How you doing?
Yeah! Yeah!
Like I just watched that and I was just giggling at it with you, and it made me laugh again.
For you, it's Chip and he's smug. How are you? Or how are you doing? And for me, it's Remy.
Remy's a good one too, and Panda had some good ones last night. And speaking of which, I linked Panda's latest video last night. He just did an unboxing. I haven't seen the guy on YouTube in a while, so Las Cruces. Ruby G, how are you? How are you? So Panda went live last night. He got some Last Ronins back from CGC, which is
Oh God, Last Ronin. Let's not talk about Last Ronin, please.
I agree. Marcus, we have not yet filled any holes just yet, so you're just in time. I know how he likes to hear about the hole filling. So Panda went live last night, and we all know the problems that I've been having with the Last Ronin. You got the cracks, you got the shitty cases, but there was one in particular he got back. This was the last Jabroni variant, which is dedicated.
What?
It's dedicated to a member of the community.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I didn't know there was a Jabroni variant.
Who
did it?
Yeah, and Jabroni, I think, had passed before I got into YouTube, so I didn't know him or anything.
Me neither.
So on the cover, there's, I forget which turtle, because I'm not good with turtles. So he was throwing the Ninja Star, and on the Ninja Star it says Comic Jabroni. So it was a nice little I mean, you kind of have to, right?
Yeah, of course. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, please. Hey, dude. How come you're not? What does it mean you're not good with turtles? You don't know which color is which turtle?
No.
Wow.
I've watched the movies before. I've maybe watched the cartoons every now and again, but Mikey.
You're not a turtle dude.
Not a turtle.
Yeah.
Not a turtle guy. I mean, I've seen the early. Was it 2 movies in the beginning?
3.
3? I might have watched.
Yeah.
I might have watched 2.
The 3rd one is Turtles Back in Time. It's not a really good movie. So.
See, so I guess the difference in age between you and I was that right there. I left Turtles at 2 to go.
Yeah. Fill some holes with other things.
Try to fill some. It wasn't.
Yeah.
In those days to fill holes.
Well, maybe not human holes.
Sock holes, maybe. I don't know how everybody else does it.
Dude,
but,
I just remember something. I had a classmate when we were, I don't know, 12, 13. And when we were invited to his house, we were playing video games, whatever. And one of us, I don't remember who, it wasn't me, because I wasn't paying attention to those kind of things, but one of us brought to light the fact that this dude had his soaps.
So he's cleaning and he's doing double duty.
Double duty. That poor kid. Oh God.
All right, so let me see if I get that correct, because I'm having trouble processing that. So he had bars of soap.
Yeah.
With whole.
Yeah.
Okay, so one's a little less disturbing than the other, because I mean, if you keep until there's a hole, that's disturbing.
No. I never asked.
Yeah, I guess I'm just I'm a weird old man, I guess.
No. I mean, now that you mention it, it's a valid question. I mean, how do you do it?
Do you keep banging your head against the wall until there's a hole?
The craziest thing is that it was the soap in the bathroom, so everyone who went to the bathroom and washed their hands used that soap, and no one in the family said anything. That's That's some crazy bullshit, man.
Okay, so
Oh, so tangent. We were talking about the turtles, and before that, we were talking about Panda.
how do you transition? How do we? Oh, okay. Of course, we're talking about hole filling, of course, but
Of course.
yeah, that's. I'm thinking of that movie American Pie now. That doesn't seem so bad.
Basically, American Pie is dirty. I mean, this dude, at least it was clean.
Right, doing double. So now that brings a whole nother meaning to doing double duty. So
Yeah.
whew. So going back to
Going back.
he had unboxed, of course, especially with the magazine sizes. They were waiting for such a long time, so he got them back. It was a long time since I've seen him on YouTube. I mean, I speak to him pretty regularly, but to see him on YouTube, it's good. Always good to see the dude. The first one he unboxed was a thank you variant, which was awesome out of the bat because it was a 9.9.
Oh shit!
Fantastic. His first one, but a 9.9 from CGC nonetheless. So that was awesome.
Oh.
Then he unboxed, I think, the cover A. He got a 9.8, which was good.
Did he unbox those all live on YouTube?
All live. Last night about 9 p.m. and I'm dealing with work, of course. 9 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
So it was good to watch him. And the last one was the Comic Jabroni tribute. And I have a graphic for this. Let's just do it. I have to get better at this, Ignacio. So
no, it's all a learning curve.
Okay, so
we're finding our groove. It's our third show. I mean,
right. We don't automatically fall into the hole. We kind of like toe it and then.
No, you have to play with the hole, with the surroundings. You have to be aware of the surroundings of the hole before you feel it.
Okay, so any kind of big thing will give the Remy boom, just like this.
Yeah!
See, that just works. I don't claim to be any kind of editing genius, but the music cutting out to get the boom was just perfect for me. Perfect. So he pulled out the Comic Jabroni and some other. This legend was there, Bobby De La Ghetto. Hello, sir. How are you? And he mentioned Austin right after. So he had unboxed it, and he was having little problems earlier showing the grades. And lo and behold, he pulls it off. 9.9 for the Comic Jabroni.
Oh, shit. So two 9.9s?
Two 9.9s in one submission. And he never got one before. So, I'm kind of a little sensitive. And I just thought it was one of the fantastic things that he unboxed it. It was the Comic Jabroni, a very well-loved member of the community, and it was a 9.9. It really couldn't have gotten any better. It was a perfect moment for one of my favorite people. So awesome. And I linked that video in the chat. You guys go watch it. If you're not subbed up to Panda, which I can't see why you wouldn't be.
I mean, if you're here, you know Panda, yeah. I am guessing. Yeah, two 9.9s, Bobby. When you told me he got a 9.9 from ZGC, I thought, okay, it can go better than this, and it only is going to go downhill. And after this 9.9 and the other one that was a 9.8,
9.8. I mean, that was a disappointment in the submission.
There's going to be a problem. There's going to be a downside to this story. Things are going to go wrong because, and no, another 9.9.
Yeah, and the fact that with these magazine slabs, they kind of have like little creaks in them now. Like you kind of hear little, and I got to add that to the very clippable moments like yesterday in that video. Kind of like creakies, and the 9.9 was kind of like a yellow or an off-white. It was just not the normal bright white 9.9. So, but it was just one of those moments you kind of sit back and you kind of realize it was just an awesome moment, and I was glad for it to happen. So, kind of emotional. I mean, it's
I know.
Two little numbers on a piece of paper, but just the sentiment and what that book.
What can I say, man? We all have our triggers, and that's one of them for you. It's totally valid. Like liking Star Wars.
Yeah, and I think I may feel differently than you might. I mean, for me, it was that movie came out when I was 4, and that first weekend, I remember my father. Is one of my only good memories. Of my father, he took me to see it like 7 times.
Oh shit!
So, but I mean, and then to come out later, I mean, as I got older, I started to be a little bit more critical. A little bit disappointed with the second set of trilogies, and kind of kicked in the nuts with some things in the third set of trilogies. But for me, it's like to hear lightsaber sounds. I'm like, wow, that's still a cool sound.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's do a prelude to this chat.
Oh, you wanna lubricate the hole, so to speak.
Well, I'm a Latin lover. I'm your token Latin lover.
Okay.
So I want to be fair because I also saw Star Wars when I was a kid, and I loved it.
Mm.
And as a matter of fact, I didn't see any of them in the cinema, in the theater.
Mm-hmm. Theater.
The theater. Sorry, I love when Mark says it, but I cannot replicate it. But I love it when he says theater.
Theater,
dude, it makes me happy.
Mm?
If you put a clip of Mark saying theater, I'm happy.
Ask and you shall receive. It'll be on the docket if you want to.
And I know he sometimes does it for me, just because I ask him to please say theater. So I think I saw them all in VHS at some friend house. Maybe maybe even it was a marathon. I don't have a clear memory of watching them, but I was already, I don't know, maybe 8. And I remember it blew my mind. I mean, it's space wizards and spaceships and little monsters. And I fell in love with Yoda and Luke and the lightsabers and the craziness of everything that was going on. Because let's not forget that these movies changed cinema.
Changed a lot of industries. Changed the toy industry, I would imagine, too.
Oh, dude. The collectible industry? That George Lucas is a genius when it comes to collectibles.
Oh. Licensing and all that. And he's like, all right, here, take my movies. I don't care. Don't try to take that action figure, though.
No, that the dude is savvy. Well, I don't know if I would like to see them. Well, that's the thing. Then everything comes crashing down because the original trilogy got fucked over by the people that made it because Lucas started nitpicking the trilogy after being done with it. So now it's rare the occasion in which you see the original version of the original trilogy.
Right.
But I remember being really, really excited when the Phantom Menace was about to release. Because, I mean, dude, who doesn't want to know why Darth Vader is Darth Vader?
Mm-hmm.
How come this little dude that you see in the first poster I saw for the Phantom Menace was little Annie leaving his hut in Tatooine, and the shadow is Vader.
Yes.
And I still get the tingles. Dude, this is going to be epic. What's going to happen to this little dude that he's going to become the most feared man in the whole galaxy? And then we got those movies.
We got how did the line go? Did you fall from heaven? Because you look like an angel. Was that one of the lines? I think. And then we got
Oh God.
Jar Jar as well. But those came out in 2000.
99 was the Phantom Menace, if I recall correctly.
Like 26, 27, and I was all in. I was like, Amazon existed then. I was like, I'm going to get every single figure. I don't care if I got to go into credit card debt. And in the end, after seeing all of those movies, that was the highlight. That one.
Dude, I mean, there are parts of those movies that are amazing. I mean, you can say whatever you want about this is pod racing, but that pod racing, it's really good. The fight, the Darth Maul fight with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. I mean, I think the best character in all the saga is Obi-Wan Kenobi for me.
I agree.
The fight that Obi-Wan has with Anakin, and when he the last battle before he becomes Vader, it's really good. It took me years to see that because I was so angry at what I was seeing that I didn't even finish watching the second sequel, that Attack of the Clones or Clone Wars, or whatever the name is for that movie.
It's funny, like, to watch, in thinking of all three trilogies, the only one I really want to watch again is the original three.
Yeah, me too.
Go ahead, sorry.
But that's the one that brought me out, because when I saw it again when I was a grown-up, I didn't saw Star Wars for a very long time, and then I started teaching, and I came in contact with little kids. I mean, I was 24, maybe 25, and these kids were 15, 16. So there's a 10-year difference, and they didn't know shit about Star Wars, or they haven't seen Star Wars. They knew it existed, but they haven't seen it. So eventually, I made them watch Star Wars, and I saw it with them, and they were really happy with what they were seeing. And I was, oh shit, I'm watching this with them. They are loving it, and I'm hating it. And that's what happened. I eventually grew out of Star Wars because I started seeing the holes in the plot and the stupid and the missed opportunities and it's a shame that they did this movie instead of. I mean, it's that stupid thing that I would have done something different, but it's not my movie, so. In the end, I realized that the problem with Star Wars was maybe George Lucas.
Or is it as you grow older, you have your biases, or you have your idea with what movies should be. Like, I guess when we're kids and we see it for the first time, we really believe. Like, our imagination takes that idea and what we're seeing on the screen and just hold it tight. You know, immediately. Yeah. Not.
No.
Just really fills that hole so much that it just doesn't let go. And then, I guess with the second trilogy, it's just like, wow, we haven't seen Star Wars in 15, 20 years. I'm super excited for it. And then it's a little less excitement after realizing the first one, and then a little less excitement after that. And then for the third set, it's like,
I was totally out.
Yeah, you know what? For me too, it's like, I'm excited to see the advances in technology and what they may do.
Oh, yeah.
Out of the second set, after I realized exactly what it was, I didn't hate the third trilogy. I hated the second movie. Excuse me. For
which one is the second? The
Last Jedi.
The first one is The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, then The Last Jedi, and then Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, I saw Force Awakens. I saw half of Last Jedi. No, Last Jedi is when Luke fights as an astral projections. He fights.
That's the third one.
Oh, okay. I don't even know. Maybe I saw them and I don't remember. I don't know.
So I didn't take, like, after the first one, I realized, I was like, oh, okay, so it's not really so much for me because I don't matter anymore.
No.
It's for the new generation.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing with different characters.
That's the crappy thing, you know, because now the new generation is going to see, oh, this is the third part of a nonology or whatever the name is. Let's see the other ones. And then you say, oh, it's the same story.
And not only that, the same story, some of the visuals were just exactly the same. You know,
yeah, well, yeah.
But
yeah, one thing I don't understand is why would you tell Ben Solo? Why would you tell this little dude that his grandfather is Darth Vader? Why would you put that thought in this little dude's head? Oh yeah, your grandfather, you know, he was the mightiest Force user in the history of the Force users. He had the most Midi-Chlorians. Ooh, Midi-Chlorians. Fucking shit.
Listen. we could actually skip that, or we can get into that if you want.
Dude, 20,000. Okay, your grandfather had 20,000 in his Midi-Chlorian count. The best, the highest. But he was really bad, and he killed a lot of people. He cut Uncle Luke's arm.
He stuck his hand in the cookie jar, and instead of slapping it, he just cut it off.
And then Uncle Luke had to kill him.
Yeah. So you want to talk about family dysfunction? There you go.
Why would you tell that to that kid? You know, you ruined this kid's life, and you made him become this ratty, ultra powerful meanie.
Yeah, and you know what? Too, I realized what that third set was. All right, that's cool. The second one I really hated because of the whole Snoke thing. I mean, out of all 9, Star Wars has really had a knack for taking the coolest fucking character and reducing it to this. I mean, Darth Vader is awesome. In the first trilogy, though, nothing stands out more than Boba Fett. All right, and that's a whole nother mess with recent developments. Second set of trilogies, I mean, Darth Maul to this day is
dude.
Like, whoa, holy shit! He was on screen for what, 3 minutes, and then gets cut in half. I mean, come on.
The thing is, they also. Oh no, but you don't know. In the expanded universe, Darth Maul comes back, and he has from the waist down, he has spider legs, biomechanical spider legs, and he fights with his two-sided lightsaber and his spider legs. And who cares, dude? I didn't see it. It's not there. Right. It's not in the movie.
Even if you did read it or see it, does it really count?
Well, it doesn't now because they erased everything that was expanded universe. It's not canon anymore, but I don't know. That's the thing, sir. Because if you tell me, I can see it. I have a friend that's obsessed with Star Wars. He loves it, and he's a hater. He's the most hater I know.
Is his name Tyler?
No. No, he's worse than Tyler. So, and he's pro Star Wars basically, and
Mm.
I'm against Star Wars. And he told me, no, you need to see Rebels, the animated series, because it's good and blah blah blah. So I try to watch it, and I don't like it. And but he tells me, because I don't mind spoilers. He tells me the story, and I say, oh well, the story sounds good, but once I sit down to watch it, I cannot watch it.
Mm.
I don't know why.
Yeah, and
It's
for me, a lot like I love Star Wars. For me, for the most part, anything live action they put out, I will watch. I will watch and I will be excited about. Afterwards, there may be a different story. But I have to agree with your boy because some of those episodes and any of that animated stuff were fantastic. Fantastic. Like the last season of Clone Wars. I didn't watch Bad Batch so much, which was the latest one. But
I didn't even know that existed. The
it,
Clone Wars, the animated Genndy Tartakovsky series, that's the one.
there was one, yeah, they did 2 or 3 years ago that kind of closed out the story. It showed up what happened with Ahsoka and how the old Order 66 stuff went down.
Yeah,
And just awesome. Like if it was live action, fantastic. But even as animation, I would highly recommend seeing it. If you're a Star Wars fan, yeah. But also in this series, there's a lot of filler that you could really do without. The same thing
why?
too with some of like the Mandalorian was great live
I
action.
saw the first season of The Mandalorian, and I thought it was the best Star Wars I have seen in years. After Rogue One,
Rogue One was a great one.
Well, I think it's my favorite Star Wars movie. Rogue One.
Yeah, and I can see that. It's the most adult, most action oriented movie, I think. Like a real spy thriller. That's what I kind of equate it to.
Yeah, and it's epic, but it's simple at the same time.
Mhm.
What happens with the whole series of movies for me is that it's an epic series, and they are trying to introduce so many things that you end up losing track of what's important.
Mhm.
They end up. I don't know. Maybe they do it for the toys. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's
maybe
possible.
if I mean,
Yeah, because a lot of the characters we had no clue about, but were kind of integral to the whole story. You know, like the guy who created the Death Star. I mean, who knew what his motives were, or and just to have a story like that was for me fantastic. Like that's one of my
yeah,
favorites also. Solo, I was excited to see. I mean, because
yeah, me too.
as cool as Luke was, as much as I wanted to be Luke, Han Solo was my guy just because of the way he acted.
Yeah,
That was
and then they edited, and Greedo shot first, and Han shot first, and oh, that's so
yeah.
dumb.
Who shot first really only matters in one situation, which we can also apply to. And in most of those cases, you don't want to shoot first. You want to let the other. You want to like. Um, we'll go on.
Yeah, be careful.
Um, Solo was okay. They kind of hammed him up too much for
I
me.
didn't finish watching it.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Um, and now with the High Republic stuff, I'm kind of
What's
interested.
the High Republic?
The High Republic now is stories of the Jedi. I think it's 1,000 years in the past.
Oh, that could be good.
So the only really linking piece there might be Yoda, but I haven't. I have to take a pause for this guy. Hi, Chris. So Yoda may be the only linking thing, but they're introducing, a whole new villain, a whole new bunch of Jedi, and I can listen to the new novels The comics I can dabble in a little bit, but I want to see something live action, something a movie or animated. So
I don't mind animation. I really like animation.
Mm.
Uh, but I it kind of lost me, and it kind of brought me back in with the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is really really good
and
because
now,
it's very aware of what it is,
Mhm.
and it goes all in with the tropes of the genre, the samurai, the western, and I love westerns and westerns in space. I mean, that's amazing, and I love fantasy and fantasy in space because Star Wars is fantasy in space, space wizards. Uh, I should love it, but
Yeah.
ah,
As for many hits as they've had in the whole series, they've had a lot of misses too. Like for me, like I mentioned before, Boba Fett was that one character I've always wanted to know about. And
and
now
then
now we found out about him and I'm like, that guy's too old. He's becoming a pussy.
oh really?
This whole series, I think 7 episodes were the whole Book of Boba Fett. Really, two of them were maybe part of one, and then episodes 5 and 6 were really Mandalorian episodes, which would
Oh okay.
make them good. So, I mean, how did Boba survive? What did he do? A little bit afterwards. That was all I was concerned about, and then it was just a whole bunch of corny shit afterwards. And
Oh
uh,
really?
for me, the finale really just missed on all levels because
I I saw a couple of things about the Book of Boba Fett. Uh, First, the fact that they did it, which could be good, and well, then he survives, and he ends up sitting on Jabba the Hutt's throne, basically taking Jabba's place.
which
And I
was
thought, oh, I
Mhm.
saw that and said, well, okay, now this could be really good because Boba Fett running basically a mafia.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought, dude, this is Sopranos in the Star Wars universe.
without the Johnny cakes.
And I thought, and then it wasn't.
No, no. Like
That's
I
why
can't.
that is why I love spoilers because thanks to spoilers, I don't have to waste my time and watch that series to know it's bad or not good
Or
or
to
not to my liking.
right. Or what you can watch and really enjoy. So yeah, like that last scene, that last stinger, I guess they call it, from season 2 of The Mandalorian, just to see him sitting on that throne. To see him sitting on that throne, I was like, fuck, I cannot wait to see what goes on with this. Nope. Nope. I mean,
that's that's one of the bad things. It's good if you think if you detach yourself because set pieces in the Star Wars universe,
mm,
like Boba sitting on that throne, or Luke and Darth, the Luke I'm your father thing, the
mhm.
cutting of the arm, the opening of the tantan to use the guts to. I mean, those are amazing set pieces. I love the world, the designs, the ideas. I love it all. But then I see what they do with that, and I say, oh, dude.
Well, you know what, too? It comes along with being a kid. You think anything and everything is possible.
Yeah.
Then you're like, all right. As a little bit older, you're like, okay, cool. I want them to happen, but I realize what the limitations are. Like Yoda's cool in the second trilogy, but he looks kind of fake.
Yeah,
And in,
I,
in the
I I
third
understand what you mean.
and then the third one is just like, all right, well, I don't understand why they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. You know, they have enough money. I mean, get it done. Get it done. But
Yeah,
in
but
every
I think they maybe it's a matter of it's not a matter of money. It's
I can give you a spoiler about him too.
oh yeah.
You probably heard by now.
Yeah, I know. We all know. Or at least we think we know.
Or do.
Because yeah.
Um,
What was I saying? Oh shit.
we
No, I
were
cannot
talking about
stop thinking about the
limitations
X-Men in the MCU.
or how our attitudes changes as the years go on. But again, for me, it's like that one thing throughout Star Wars, and it even reared its ugly head in the Book of Boba Fett. Here is a cool ass character that we've been dying to see live action. There he is. But you better enjoy him now because he's going to be gone pretty damn quick. Pretty damn quick.
Oh man, you know what? I was thinking yesterday about which movies I enjoy the most from them all, and I came to the conclusion that when I was a kid, I didn't watch it again as an adult. But the Ewoks movie, I loved it as a kid because I love the Ewoks.
Right.
And then Rogue One. And those two, the Ewoks is a kids movie, of course, but one would argue that maybe all the Star Wars movies are kids movies, except maybe Rogue One
or Empire.
And, yeah, maybe. Yeah, and then who can, in their sane mind, make these movies and put a character like Jar Jar Binks and pair it with a political intrigue plot about the Senate and the clones and dude, what are you doing? You either tell me the campy story of the group of adventurers with a character that's Jar Jar Binks, that it's totally acceptable. I mean, it's the comedic relief. Maybe it's too much, but I mean,
but then
there
again,
you have it.
Was Jar Jar meant for us, or was it?
No, of course not.
Right? Was it meant
But I mean, Jar Jar wasn't meant for us. Definitely wasn't meant for us. Maybe for Tyler and Lee because they love him.
They were 5 years old back then.
Yeah, but what was meant for us? The political intrigue? Was it that for us? That was bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. But you know what? You know what I really enjoyed was you hear some of those fan theories and thinking he was a Sith Lord
Yeah.
who perpetuate, and that made the whole movie for me. I love that theory.
Yeah, it's that a Star Wars movie? No, it's a fan.
That's true.
That's crazy because Star Wars has the worst kind of fan there is.
Could be casual. Could be the maniac.
No, dude. I mean, they ruined people's lives because they were in these movies. Where's young Anakin? Never to be seen again.
Yeah.
Where is the dude that was Jar Jar? Never to be seen again. Then what happened with this woman that played Rose in the last trilogy?
Oh, yeah.
She disappeared.
The Gina Carano too. Well, she ruined her own career. Yeah, and up until recently, up until another Star Wars thing that people were hungry for, Hayden Christensen was gone too.
Yeah. Well, that dude was meant to fail because he was directed by Lucas with his dialogues, his romantic dialogues written by George Lucas. That dude was headed for failure. He's not a bad actor, but he's not a magician. Dude, Natalie Portman has been an amazing actress since she was, what, 10, 12?
Yeah. The professional. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you see it in the role of Amidala, and she sucks. So it's not the fault of the actors, but then the fandom crucifies Hayden Christensen.
Mm.
And the dude, what can I do? I mean, I'm a millionaire. I assume he's a millionaire after doing these movies.
Oh yeah, got it.
I mean, just from royalties. So fuck you, man. I'm going away. I don't need this shit.
Yep, and I have to agree with that point. Well, some of the Mandalorian stuff was really good too. You have to.
I had to speak to Kyle. That's strange. You deleted the stream, Kyle? Really? That's strange.
Still not like him. Hey, be sure to follow Kyle. He wants all the followers. He's all about hitting 1,000. So, yeah. So fan theories. Where else was I going to go with it? Like for me,
I don't know, but the Sith theory, the Jar Jar Sith theory, is really good.
I like it. I like that one. But now, as I mentioned, I love Star Wars. But I'm the kind of fan that takes what I want, and I'm excited for every bit of content. And I won't let it ruin my life. I'll be like, yeah, that movie sucked, and I'll just never watch it again. Or, you'll have those fans, like you mentioned, that really obsess over it. But I think that more lies in the kind of people they are. They just want something to cry about or something like that. But I'm excited for the old. I'm excited now because my son is getting into it now too. So, like the first time watching episode 4 or the first movie, A New Hope, I remember this, and it still brings a smile to my face because he's like, "Daddy, what's that moon?" I was like, "That's no moon, son." I was like, yes.
"Oh God,
yes." Which is something he don't understand. He wouldn't understand. He didn't understand why I was giggling at the time, but just to have stuff like that kind of geekdom to share with my son, and I'm sure that you'll go through it too with Aster.
Yeah, of course.
And you'll sit through it, I guess, probably for the next time with him, and you won't watch it.
Yeah, I will probably enjoy it then, because I will see him through his eyes. Mm-hmm. I was thinking, how did he saw it in chronological? How they were made, or how are they supposed to be seen?
I think I showed him how I saw them.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how he did it. Because I don't think you really don't appreciate the second set as much
if you don't know Darth Vader. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, we're just doing Star Wars rolls today, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Do it. Yeah, but the overarching thing is with me that really pisses me off through Star Wars is that the cool character thing. That's the only thing that I hate throughout the whole entire trilogy.
Yeah, let's kill the coolest character in the first movie. I mean, Obi-Wan dead in New Hope.
Right.
Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul dead in the Phantom Menace.
Right, and I mean, we have cool arcs for Obi-Wan. It's cool to see how he progressed and why he made the mistakes he did.
Of course.
That's awesome. And to watch stuff now about how influential Qui-Gon was to everything, if you go through YouTube too, you'll find a lot of good videos that emphasize theories about how influential certain characters were.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that was a good idea for a series. the Jungle Boba series, the lone wolf and cub, basically. You know how a ruthless. Well, I mean, now that I think about it, that is the Mandalorian.
Parts
The
of it.
Mandalorian is lone wolf and cub. It's a ruthless a bounty hunter raising a little baby.
Mm-hmm. See, and let's I guess tap into that before we start to head out. But you realize in branching out to other things how influential Akira Kurosawa was on Star Wars,
Yeah.
and how much of a ripoff Star Wars was of Dune.
Yeah.
You know, and
I mean, well, I don't know, man. It's inspiration. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. He didn't rip it off. He was inspired by Dune, by Valerian, by I don't know, maybe the Meta Barons.
no, but even like going through Dune now and seeing, the whole and I'm not well versed in Dune. Like I can't.
Neither am I.
There's that whole the Bene Jesuits are the Jedi.
Yeah.
And even there was something that I noticed too in the finale of Boba Fett that they were talking about. See, and this right here is what we were talking about before. Also, is like that whole
Expanded universe.
Mara Jade, the twins. Just all of those great characters they had that Timothy Anderson or Timothy Zahn wrote about earlier on. It was just
Mara Jade is the Sith, the bald lady Sith with two red lightsabers.
That's Aura Singh is the one I think you're talking about. Mara Jade was kind of like another mercenary that Luke fell in love with and had babies with.
Okay.
Oh, we're getting back to Dune. In the finale, they were mentioning how there were force fields over these things, and we can't penetrate them because our kinetic weapons are so fast. I was like, that's completely a Dune thing. That was never in Star Wars until now.
Oh yeah, of course.
Asajj Ventress was another one.
Asajj Ventress. That's the one I was thinking about. Because what always hooks me and brings me in from Star Wars is the designs. The artists that George Lucas in Industrial Light and Magic employs to bring this world, this universe to life are the best there is. The best there are? I don't know. They're talking Latino. And the things they do are amazing. And I say, oh, I want to see this character in action. I want to see the story they tell with this character until I see the story they told with that character. And I say, oh, that design is amazing. That's it.
Yep, I agree.
I kind of disagree with you that, no, I'm not disagreeing, but the thing that maybe you see as a ripoff, it's not that it is exactly a ripoff, but it's also that there are certain tropes and archetypes that go on in this kind of narrative. Is the journey, the path of the hero, the journey, the hero's journey, and there are archetypes that we humans as a collective consciousness accept and identify in that hero's journey. In basically in every culture there is this world, which is crazy. And the old mentor, the reluctant hero, are all these tropes, these archetypes that work in every fiction, in every, and then you have the tropes of the genre, because the genre has the science fiction genre, the fantasy genre, they all have specific tropes that work and have a very clear idiosyncrasy in the genre. and you kind of have to have them. Maybe you can play with them, you can reverse them, but those are holes you need to fill in order to have a genre movie or series or book or comic. Then you can, of course, play with it and reverse it, but the trope is still there for you to reverse it, for you to, because you hook the people with, oh, this is that trope, and then you flip it.
And maybe it was something I'm not paying attention to, but that one specific line, and I guess this is really the geek nerddom that I'm in, but I've never really heard that discussed before about force fields. And I just kind of took it like in trying to get into Dune now.
Yeah, because they're trying to bring sci-fi into Star Wars, and Star Wars is not sci-fi; it's space opera. It's fantasy in space.
Magic. Okay, and Joe would call it.
Exactly.
And then Chris, yeah, see this one was also too like in that opening scene of A Force Awakens, like that whole thing to see Kylo Ren, hold the
beam, the laser beam, the plasma blast.
And we kind of got his arc. Like I thought he was a cool character. We kind of got his whole story. But his whole crew, the Knights of Ren, we heard nothing about. And I guess we have to delve into the comics a little more to find out about them. I think they're doing them now. But
whatever. Man.
That stuff I'm hungry for. And I guess
what? Have you read the cast of the Meta-Barons? It's a European comic made by Alejandro Jodorowsky.
Say it again.
Alejandro Jodorowsky. That's a dude that wanted to direct the first version of Dune. So Jodorowsky did a comic that it's basically Star Wars, but it's really harsh and insane and over the top. And these Meta-Barons are a lineage of space warmongers, basically. And that is exactly what Star Wars is. Because if you see it from a distance, it's the story of the Palpatines and the Skywalkers.
The Hatfields and the McCoys, so to speak.
Yeah. Montague and Capulets. That's a trope. That's an archetype.
You wanted to get back to who did it before Shakespeare?
I don't know. It's in the collective unconsciousness of the humanity.
See,
it happened when a tribe leader didn't want his daughter to be married with the son of the other tribe leader, and then the story was told to someone else, and then that happened there too. So there you have it. That's your archetype.
Just human nature, plain old human nature.
Exactly.
Yep. See.
What?
See. Chris is entertained, and I'm just moist. Moist.
Oh God.
I would take Sweaty Dick off the wall, but Sweaty Dick, I like to look at Sweaty Dick right there. I'll just leave him there. So. All right, so I mean, we could probably talk Star Wars for days.
Yeah, we could. I was thinking, how much can we talk about this? And then we started talking.
and the holes got.
Yeah, gaping blood holes in the Star Wars series.
Yeah, as for me as a Star Wars fan, like I said, and you may find something else to bring you back into it, but then I think you're a little bit stubborn too. You're like, I can do without it.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, I'll always look forward to any Star Wars stuff. Like they're talking about a Cassian Andor series, which I don't understand why.
Who? What?
Cassian Andor was the guy from Rogue One with the mustache, the spy guy.
Why? Give me an Ewok series, man. A
Exactly.
kid Ewoks series.
But I want to see the real Ewoks, because that fan theory that they ate the people.
Yeah, definitely. That
That's
would
the
be
one I want to see.
amazing.
That's the one I want to see. My whole thing, Cassian Andor, this was the biggest thing that bothered me about Rogue One. Nobody in the Empire had a mustache and a beard. How did they not find that guy out in the third act? How is that possible? How is that possible? That was my biggest thing. But I need more stuff like that. I need more stuff that's not, and it'll never be an R-rated Star Wars. I'm well aware of that. But give me that adult stuff, a logical Star Wars, without the toy needs, without the Jar Jars or I guess it's really only Jar Jar, right?
Well, I could argue that 3PO and R2 are the comedic relief of the first trilogy, and the second even.
R2 is necessary.
Yeah, R2
is more of a hero.
It's the key for everything.
3PO is completely unnecessary, in my opinion.
It's a comedic relief. And who was the comedic relief in the last trilogy? Was it BB-8? Was it Babu Freak?
Babu Freak was my man, but
I didn't see it. I don't know who Babu Freak is. I know the name and the design of the character. That's amazing, but I don't know what he does.
See, and I hate to bring up Babu Frick now, because those are the stereotypical racist tropes in those.
Oh, like Sebulba and
Watto and but yeah, we can go on for days about those, but
yeah, we can talk about space racism in the next episode.
We've got through the space warmongering. That was okay. But the space racism is a whole nother episode. Maybe episode 30 we'll do that. Oh, Lord. So, what are you looking most forward to this week? What do you got going on?
This week I want to read. I want to sit down and read a couple of comics that came out, and I want to read A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. That is, I think, my favorite comic of these last months. I want to read Animal Castle because of the drawings, because the story it's pretty simple, but I love the drawings. Don't go there. And I want to read the series finale of Supergirl, because
Mark said it was really good.
I really like what they did with Supergirl. I love the art. That's one of the things I do. I read things because I like the art, and sometimes it's crap, but sometimes you get a series like Supergirl, the Woman of Tomorrow, is it? Or The Woman of Tomorrow, and it's really, really good, and you enjoy every step of the way.
I don't know. I need something DC. I don't know if I need anything. I don't have anything DC wise in my stuff, but Righteous Thirst for Vengeance is definitely one I have right over here. I'm about to read that. Blood on My Knuckles.
I don't know what that is.
Very similar in cover design. I don't know if it's the same company who did it. And catching up on the new Shadow Man series from Valiant.
Oh.
So that's what I got going on reading wise. What's today? Thursday, Friday is always looking forward to what we talk about. Tomorrow on the community chat for Legion. Saturday night. Friday night is Lynx's 2000 thing. I'm looking forward to
this Friday.
9.
You have something tonight also. Drac is on the seat.
Drac is on the hot seat tonight. Yep. Drac is on the hot seat tonight.
That's going to be a wood one.
I got to figure out what I see. And what Drac doesn't, and Drac always graciously answers, but every time he's on an interview, I always ask him what his favorite Dracula movie is. And I don't know if he's caught on to it yet because he probably gets asked this every time, but Francis Ford Coppola is his favorite Dracula movie. But I will always ask him that. So
you will never stop asking.
Never stop asking. Anything I see him at, that's what I'll always ask him. So I wonder when he'll catch on.
Well, maybe this is his call out, so he can start answering with ridiculous answers.
Maybe.
Dracula, dead but happy with Leslie Nielsen.
Who is that with? That was a comedy, right?
Yeah, with Leslie Nielsen. Leslie Nielsen.
Richard something or other, black-haired guy, right? Wow,
Well, the dude from Naked Gun.
Mm-hmm. It was that type of
Dracula.
movie. What?
Yeah, exactly.
There was another one before that, though. Wow. So just when I think the holes are like this, you open the Dracula hole up. Open the Dracula hole up. Okay, so hot seat tonight, community chat tomorrow, Lynx's stuff, and I think Remy will have Let's Talk About It tonight also.
Okay. Do we have Louis this Saturday?
I hope there's a banter as well Saturday night, but I will be late getting into that because I'm going to see The Crow hosted by James O'Barr.
Yes. Where's the boom? Where's the Remy boom? You need a Remy boom for this.
Thank you. That's why I have you on the show. Let's see. I'll be a little quicker on the takes. I got to get like Lee.
Yeah.
With that. And Saturday, that one right there, Caliber Presents #1. I'm going to have him sign and remark it. And I also have the Crow Lathe right there, which I have him. Oh, yeah. I got this from Jade Q, which I'm going to have O'Barr sign also.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Woo!
The Crow imagery is so strong.
Right?
So
Awesome.
poignant. Yeah.
So I'm going to have him sign and maybe remark that also. So it's going to be a good weekend. Good weekend. Aside from hanging out with the community, which is always a blast. Hanging out with you, which is always a blast.
Thank you. It's a blast indeed hanging out with you. No, with me, I live with myself and sometimes I hate it. But
we talked about natural human tendencies, and we all hate ourselves or even.
Yeah.
Oh, and see, look, Kyle just being great when nobody's looking. That's the true sign of greatness, is when you're great.
That's not really true, because most of the times Kyle does his live streams, I'm working, and I try to join and be a part at least of the chat. Those are pretty interesting live streams.
They are. And you can go back and go check out Kyle on Comic Gories, the Comic Gories Olympics he took part in. For me, late night stuff, like even with Panda's stuff going on, that was 9 o'clock and I was already in bed, which is a shame to say, but I was up at 3. So
yeah,
a lot of good stuff. I guess we'll close it out here.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we're an hour and 3 minutes in, so
yeah, we're gonna leave.
We did more than we
normally do, but we're leaving the space racism alone for another day.
Yeah.
We're going to thank the chat as well. It's always a blast to see you guys come out. We love each and every one of you. Some new people, some old new people. Love seeing each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Next week's show, we're trying to discuss maybe doing a little thing different, maybe having another guest.
Oh, that would be nice.
Maybe not.
Another people to interrupt. I love it.
But the whole point is we do our jobs, all right? Thursday mornings, I get up and I can hear things whistling, like just air rushing through open spaces. So I can't deal with that. It's time. Thursday afternoons are the places to be, people. Thank you guys for coming out. Everything is tight until next week.
Airtight.
Airtight for right now. By next Thursday, they'll be a little open, and that's when episode 4 will happen. Later, everybody.
Bye, everyone.